I'm mostly going to wait for some people to come in, but I'm kind of just going to be cutting some stuff out today. I have a few orders that I need to work on, and I thought I would kind of just sew while I talk to you guys, because I kind of am bored and lonely today and wanted something to do. Pardon the completely washed out light that's really bright, but such is life when you have the windows open, or the blinds open. So, yeah. Hello. Those of you who are coming in, I am just kind of sitting here. We're going to do some cutting out of some orders because I got to get some stuff moving. This stuff is in my way, like always. Everything just toppled over the other day, so it's really hard to keep it up. Stable. Not going to stay. We're going to try to get it to kind of stay a little bit just by wedging. That's not going to work. But so I'm just going to be cutting out some footed pajamas here and working on some orders. So that's what we're doing today. Like I said, I'm bored, tired, not feeling great. My hip is killing me. So I'm going to do all this from kind of a sitting position, which is not easy. I kind of, did I wash this stuff? I think I did. Now I don't know if I washed this one, which means I'm going to have to wash it before I can do it. Okay, well, that's a change of plans there. But let me get this stuff in the washer real quick, and then I'll come back. I do have other stuff I can do. So give me one moment. Did I wash this stuff? I can't tell what I washed and didn't wash, but I have a bunch of stuff that I can wash. Yeah. All right, here I come for now. I gotta go get some water in a minute here, but hello, everyone. A couple more of you came in. Good to see you all. I was going to be cutting out some order stuff, but realized I had not washed the fabric yet, and that's kind of a must. So I'm now just going to switch over to getting some stickers cut. The question is now, where did I put my frickin' X-Acto knife? Hey, Christopher. Hey, Missy. Give me a second while I look around for this thing. It should be in here somewhere. But I don't see it. That's so weird. check other spots. Let's go ahead and turn it out this way. Are you chilling and just, no, I'm not in just a t-shirt and diaper yet. I know, my diapers always show, it's just life at this point. When I'm moving around, it's too hard to keep, like, the diaper from peeking out. I am on the hunt for the moment for my X-Acto knife. I'm not sure exactly where it has ended up. If I'm a box cutter, that helps out. Oh boy, it is really showing. Not complaining, yeah. It's kind of normal life when you're dealing with incontinence. Can y'all hear me okay? Because I can put in my headphones for the microphone. Hey, James. Nice to see you. What diaper is that? Currently, it's an ABU Simple. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Hang on, I can't find my X-Acto knife right now, which is annoying me. It's somewhere safe. And I'm not totally sure where that safe place is. So, we're going to look a little bit through here. I know I've seen it. That's the thing. I've seen it. So the question is, what did I do with it? But if I have to use scissors, I have to use scissors. It's not the end of the world. That's annoying. I know I had it somewhere. It's probably out in another box outside at this point. Oh, candy. I found candy. That's always fun. Okay, well, we're going to look later. Sounds just fine. Okay, good. You know what? We're going to unplug my computer for a little bit. So what I'm doing is I have stickers that I send with each order. And I made a couple other stickers. I wonder if it's in my... I made another sticker for sending out, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a cutout. So, no, it's not in the colored pencil holder. It's not in the bin that I expected, or the box that I expected it to be in. It's not in there. So, yay, me. This is the annoying part of being such a messy artist. So, hello, diaper lady. Never any plastic. No, I don't wear plastic pants. I hate them with a very vibrant passion. They just don't fit me right because I have bigger hips and stuff and narrower waist. I just cannot stand them. So, aha! I knew I had seen it. It was in there. Okay. This is my toolbox that is actually all of my art supplies. Or not all of my art supplies. They cannot be contained within one box. But yeah, that's what I was looking for. So I'm just gonna cut them out while the fabrics wash. I know I deal with incontinence myself. Yep. So right now I'm kind of going through here. That one's a little small, so it's this one. I'm just cutting these out right now. Oh, there goes my chat. How is the drawing going? Have managed to sort your books you talked and showed last time I caught your stream. My art stuff, I actually just filmed, which probably will go up in the next week or two. I just filmed like a portfolio tour, kind of showing my favorites and the best of the best type thing. I have more artwork than that, but it's kind of packed away at the moment. So, but yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with drawing. Excuse me, but like, hang on, I'll show you the new one. Let me grab it real quick. Where is the new one? It's right here. It's just a matter of which paper it is. I think it's this one. Is it this one? No, that's not it. What'd I do with it? That's strange. Give me a second. Oh, I know where it is. It's out in the other room, I think. I think it got put in with the sketchbook out there. But I'll go ahead and get it later. But yeah, drawing's going great. I'm enjoying it. I'm actually thinking here that before too long I'm going to design a sticker pack for Telegram. Because with Telegram, the stickers, there's like a ton of people that post like furry baby ABDL stuff and whatnot. And I want one that is just kind of primarily a human because I am not a furry. And so that's kind of what I would like to do. And I think this, but yeah. So we're just going to cut out some stickers. I may design some stickers later. Pardon the FedEx truck going by. But yeah. But that video of the art should be up here in the next week or so. I think that's probably going to be the next one I do. But I really, really want to start an art channel, and I'm actually maybe going to look into getting a because I have a camera. It's not the greatest camera, but it's a decent enough camera. And but I need a tripod because I can't hold it and draw at the same time. So I'm thinking I need to get some batteries for it, and I need to get a tripod. So we'll see if we have the money for that this month or not. So once I get my orders sent out and everything like that, we should know a little bit more. Okay, there's weird. That's what you were talking about. Cool. Been a while since I managed to catch your stream. You were about to move last time I caught a live. Wow. Watch the previous stream, see you moved it. Yes, we did move, and I am so happy with our move. We're actually going over to the old apartment today as our last stop. We just had like a couple of things left there, like the fryer hasn't been taken care of, things like that. So we've got to go over there and get that taken care of. And then we're turning in the keys this evening. So that's kind of cool. For some reason, I cannot locate my paper scissors. I think they're somewhere else. I have two scissors that look almost exactly the same. There's this pair, and then there's another pair that looks exactly like this, except for it's not gold plated. But these are special scissors that keep me from getting really bad tendonitis. So they're my babies. They are like $50 a pair. You're welcome, Missy. You are very welcome. Where are my scissors? But yeah, it's just been a very chill few days. I totally did not rest my hip like I was supposed to. I did not rest it as much as I should have, and that's kind of biting me in the ass right now. So I've really got to kind of take it easy on my hip. But so I think I'm going to kind of draw an outline around these that I'm going to cut onto because I don't want to cut that close to them. So why does that have marks on it? My printer might have marked. Oh no, it's just the way it is. Okay. It's on all of them. Oof. I'm going to get a nap. I'm so tired. It's like, yeah. I really, really need to get a Cricut. Like a Cricut cutting machine. It's like a die cutter. And the cool thing about the Cricut is like you print these out. This is actually Cricut paper. You print these out and then it cuts exactly how you want it to cut, which is really cool. But I don't have the $200 to spend on that right now. So it's a little tough. Whoops, that one a little. I'm kind of just outlining these. I know you can't see very well what I'm doing, but like I'm outlining where I want to cut a bit. It's not incredibly professional, but hey, it'll work for now. So we'll try that with this one. But yeah. I'm just kind of chilling today and I'm exhausted. I'm really exhausted. But such is the life of being injured, I guess. No, you know what? I bet I can use my scissors for this. If I'm not gonna kiss cut them, then I can do that. But these scissors are so horrible though. I need to find a better pair. Like they have like an inch or like an as you see they don't close. So they don't really cut for that whole inch, which is annoying. But oh well. But yeah. I'm always doing dinner, so popping in and out. Oh, as always, I'm doing dinner. Okay, no problem. Here it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now. Not even. So I of course have not eaten because I'm terrible about eating, but I just can't stomach it today right now. So I will probably just wait for dinner like I'm not supposed to, but I probably will. But I love this sticker that I made because I did this drawing as like it's kind of like me, except for it has blue eyes and I don't. But I oftentimes draw Chloe with blue eyes. I don't know why. Um, but it's not exactly me. It's a very gender neutral type of thing. So I thought I would kind of I like that one as a sticker. I think because normally, where are my stickers? Hang on. Oh, ow, that hurts. Normally, it's stuck. I send out every order I send out. Nope, that's not the sticker I wanted. Every order I send out always has one of my logo stickers. And a lot of times I will send this one along with it. But because not every one of my customers is an AB, I thought just a cute little monkey kid would kind of go along better. It is 18:45-ish here in the UK. Yeah, you're about 6 hours, I think, ahead of us. 6 or 8, 7, I don't know. I have a buddy that lives in the UK, and so we always talk. But yeah, I don't know. So whatever you guys want to talk about, any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask because I'm just gonna kind of sit here and cut this out. My cat is being a twerp in the other room right now. I can hear him. Don't make me come out there, snitch. He's going through the sink because he thinks he's hungry. Kitty. I actually need to get a very small pair of scissors for this, but I don't have one right now. I have like what I call my thread snips for sewing. But yeah, this part's going to have to be with the X-Acto knife. It gets very tedious. I'm not a huge fan of cutting with an X-Acto. I don't feel like I have it. Sometimes I feel like I don't have as much control with it. Like that. It doesn't want to go along. There we go. That's a little better. I feel like I get a better cut with the scissor. I hear you, kitty. Come here. Hi, Vincenzo. Hello, hello. We are working on scissor sticker stuff at the moment. I was going to be cutting out some footed pajamas as for an order, but I had to wash the fabric. Yeah, see, this is not turning out well. Not at all. So we're going to go back to my scissors. If I stay right around my line, I think we'll be okay. It's really hard because this tail is so tiny. Is that a Siamese cat? Yes, I do have a Siamese cat. Yes, he does. Hey, Snitch, come here. Kitty, kitty. He's been around all day, really. He's just been in my lap. With the injury happening and everything, he's just been very attentive. Almost to a fault. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! That was easy enough. Kitty, 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 kitty. I'm surprised it's not in here. Snitch, come here. So, yeah. Something kind of funny I'll share with you guys. So, I have a friend, and his daddy is a very attentive daddy. Quite a wonderful daddy, in fact. He's kind of a little, not exactly my caretaker, but he kind of helps out sometimes when my daddy can't be around. Just because he's a little bit more available because of the type of work he does, and he kind of helps out. He makes me behave when daddy isn't available. But his little had this instance where he was being kind of naughty and not following his bedtime rules. And so his daddy decided, well, we're going to get a baby monitor. And they tried one out. They didn't really like it. So they got another one. And they're going to be sending the old one to my daddy. And yeah, that's going to be going in my bedroom. And I'm not too happy about that. I mean, I'm okay with it. But at the same time, it's like, But I had a discussion with my daddy back a couple of weeks ago because as an AB, things are constantly changing. You know, our status of what's going on, like around here during the fall, my daddy is very, very busy because he works for a college sports team. And so he's constantly got games and things going on. So it's like, you know, so I don't get that much little time. And so we've been trying to figure out ways that I can kind of have little time without him being absolutely 100% involved. Because my little side, and I haven't really discussed a ton with you guys, my little side per se. I guess I could do that. But my little side is very, very young. I am usually about a year to a year and a half old when I'm little. Chloe is about a year and a half, max. Maximum year and a half. So I tend to be a very kind of non-independent or a very dependent little, I guess you could say. I always want daddy around. It's hard for me to go into little space if daddy's not around because once I do, I need a lot of help, because I get very, very regressed. And so we've been talking about ways that can kind of help out with me being a little more often, but making it so that daddy doesn't have to be completely 100% involved in every aspect of it. So that's one of the benefits to the monitor is that And I'm actually going to go ahead and pull out something here. I really need a smaller pair of scissors, or at least a better pair of scissors. Where are my thread snips? But we're working on ideas and ways that he can, still have me in little headspace, but not be constantly in the same room with me. And so part of that is this monitor, and we're going to use it for purposes like he can set me up to play in there, and he doesn't have to be right there every second to monitor me, if you could say that. So that's kind of where we're going. Getting focused on like having some stuff for me to do when I'm in little headspace, like different things to play with and things like that. Like do blow blocks or something like that. Things, that are fairly age appropriate because yes, when I am regressed, I am very, very, very young. And yes, I do need age appropriate things. So it's kind of, those of you who are incontinent and don't really understand the AB lifestyle, it's a very interesting lifestyle. And it's, for me, it's a very fulfilling lifestyle because it really helps. Webcam linked to a mobile phone as an idea. Yeah, I mean, I have a camera. It's actually somewhere in this room, I think, or in the other room. But I do have a camera. It's in my backpack out there. And it's a pretty decent camera. I mean, I saved up all of my like graduation money and everything to get this camera. It is, well, no, this was after that. But it is it's a fairly decent camera, and it's just a matter of getting batteries and a tripod and things so that I don't have to worry about holding the camera. And I want to get a tripod that can be used as both a vlogging type thing and a sit down thing, because I am starting to vlog a little bit. You guys may see it. I'm starting to vlog a little bit because I'm going through disability proceedings and all that stuff, and I need I'm thinking here, I need to kind of document the good, the bad, and the ugly, and vlogging is a really easy way to do that. Where is my other pair of scissors? I don't want to use my good scissors because that's just not okay. But these scissors are terrible. Oh, wait, there they go. Now they're closing. Well, okay. Maybe they were just stuck. I know I need to clean them. Yeah, see, now they don't want to. They probably just need to be adjusted. But yeah. So I've started vlogging, and for now I'm probably going to keep to like one video a week for that. And I'll probably upload it on a different day than my usual videos. Eventually we will probably change the vlogs will be on a different channel probably. Not sure, but it may be combined with like my art videos and things like, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about what to do here with it. But yeah. So that's kind of what's going on. I've seen a lot of your videos, and I don't want to thank you for your information about incontinence. So thank you for the video. Keep making them. You're welcome. You're welcome, Ben. The purpose of my channel was never to be like a amazing YouTuber that everybody knew. My purpose was to create content for those of us who did suffer from this, and give everybody tips on the things that I've learned, because I've been at this for like what, 10 years now, over 10 years. And oops, this is why it's so hard. I've been at this for over 10 years, and it's just, I know a lot. I do a lot of research and things like that, so anything I can do to help others is my goal. This tail. Why did I do this tail? I'm seriously considering like cutting off the tail, but no. I hear you, Snitch. Come here. Kitty, kitty. he wants to go outside, he doesn't want to go outside, things like that. But yeah, that was my purpose of starting this channel, was that, there's just not that much actual, like, real life information. Like, there's a lot of review channels for diapers and things like that, but there's not that many, like, everyday life with someone who is incontinent and AB. So, and it's kind of I'm in a group online, like a chat group, and we've been discussing the last couple of days how, like, the appropriate things that are appropriate and whatnot in public when it comes to the AB lifestyle. And like, I kind of vary on what I feel is appropriate. Like, sometimes I'm like, no, nothing should be shared. Nothing, like, you should never go out in public like that. But then again, it's like, no, if we do that, society is never going to understand what being an AB is all about. And I go out semi little. Never like really little like some of my friends do, but I do have kind of like little tendencies sometimes when I'm out. And if you guys want to hear more about my little side, I can always do another video on it. But I don't know. I kind of tend to keep the AB talk more to my live streams than I do my videos. This one is not looking very good. I don't like this one very much. It's not cutting it. There we go. That's a little better. But I tend to keep the AB talk more to my live streams than anything. But yeah. I would like to share a little bit more of the AB lifestyle, but I don't want to become another AB girl on YouTube, because that drives me crazy. And I'm not incredibly supportive of a lot of the girls that are out there. Like, I think some of them, their heart's in the right way, but they lose sight of why they're doing their channels. Kind of, for example, like, I used to really love like Lolly Lalas and things like that. I liked her a lot. But it's like, since I started following her on Twitter, and that was a problem. Message retracted. Have you or do watch other YouTube channels? I also watch a guy called K Huck. I watch K Huck. K Huck has actually made a appearance in my vlog. My Not an appearance, but he's stopped into our live streams before. Yes, yes. I watch him. I think his channel is pretty cool. I love how he's even more open about stuff than I am, I think, and I greatly admire that. It's important to share this type of thing from our perspective, those of us who are incontinent and also AB kind of need to share some of this stuff. But I do watch other YouTubers. Another AB that I watch a little bit is Blonde Boy. He's cool. I don't watch a ton of incontinence groups or continence pages, because there's not that many. And so, like, I'll do like review, like, I'll watch reviews and stuff as they come up, in my feed and whatnot, but not a ton. But I do watch K Huck. He's pretty cool. But yeah. I think the noises I was thinking were my cat are actually the dryer or the washer. Yeah. But yeah, no, I do watch a lot of other AB YouTubers. I watch the Padded Pup sometimes. I watch Mid America a little. I watch Blonde Boy. I watch a little bit of Lala Cat, I think is hers. I used to watch Lolly Lalas. That's what I'm trying to say. I used to watch her more often. I'm not liking the kind of direction she's been going lately. Like I said, I started following her on Twitter. I really did not like the way she portrayed herself on there. Unfortunately, it's, when you're a cute girl in the AB community, you can definitely attract a certain type of crowd. And like when I first started, I was definitely getting that type of crowd. Yes, they are rather dry. I understand that. That's where, that's the thing that a lot of them are so terrified to show the more AB side of things. Terrified. Even if they are AB, they're terrified to show it. But the real thing is showing that we have learned to cope with it in a fun, safe way is a very good thing. And um that's why I kind of went a little bit more that direction. I'm not ever gonna fully go, like, on this channel at least, probably, we'll see. I'm not gonna do the whole full-blown little thing, but, you know, as I'm more comfortable with my little side of my body, we'll see what I get up to, but it's never gonna be the show off everything and whatnot. I'm never gonna be like that. It's always gonna be the real deal with me about, like, what I do in little headspace. Um, yeah. I'm not the girl that's just gonna sit there and rub on my diaper while people watch. No, I will never show me being changed, at least not things like that. Try rears and tackles. So, what do you think about those? I'm not sure what you're thinking, what you mean by tackles. If you mean tykables, heck yes, try them. They're fantastic. They're my favorite diaper, hands down. Um, I absolutely love them. Unfortunately, they keep saying they're going to bring back the XL, and they haven't. They've been saying that for over a year now, and they keep saying by the end of the year, by the end of the year, by the end of the year, and it's like, no, they aren't actually doing it right now, and that's going to really be upsetting because I know there's a lot of people that are in the XL, and we would love to see it come back. But Tygables is fantastic. Rears, I'm not going to get into it a ton, but I have issues with the owner of Rears a little bit. From the past, she's been pretty dishonest with me. We agreed to do a video at one point. I would review some products for her. I did have to pay shipping for these products. She never reimbursed me like she said she was going to. And I was out $40 because we had to do it twice because she sent the wrong size the first time. She didn't even ask me my size, just automatically sent a medium. But some of their products are okay. I think the Safaris are okay. But because of the history I have with the company, I really don't use them because I don't I can't I don't like to deal with her. They're what? Who is Tykables is full of shit? Because yeah, like the way Tykables has been running it, they they do this pre-order thing, and it drives me crazy that any company does that. Also, I get driven crazy that these companies are not just keeping a constant shipment coming in. Like, come on, guys, you're gonna sell them, order them. Love their product, but they are not honest with their stocking processes. At first, I don't think they were, but they've gotten better at it. Like they now say that these are pre-order, and yes, you're gonna have to wait. And a lot of people want to do that because they want to be assured they can get it. But I think pre-orders are a bad idea because it kind of singles out those who can buy constantly and wait for their diapers and those who can't. Like for me, I order a certain amount every month. I order it on the first of the month or on payday, and I order my month's supply of diapers. I can only order at that particular time. And so if they're out of stock and it's in pre-order, I can't just wait for my diapers to come in. I have to have them come in immediately. Like right now, I'm sitting here. I've got a pack and a half left of my nighttime diaper, which is the ABU Simples. And lately, I've been using a daytime diaper, and I have like a pack and a half left of those. So, I'm not doing great. I can't just pre-order diapers and wait for months for them to come in. I think personally, yes, that is a bad business plan. Um, it's just not right. When it comes to things like custom clothing like I sell, that's different. Paying ahead of time for it and then waiting, that's different because you're waiting for a custom product. The normal, I mean, I would, if I could, just take half for buying the supplies for the orders and then half when the time happened, but it just is more complicated on Etsy like that. Um, yeah, I can't either, Vinces, no. But yeah, but that's the thing. It's like I think it's a bad business plan to have everything in pre-order and then you sell out before they even arrive. And that's so annoying. ABU has started like for a while they didn't do pre-orders at all. Now they have what's called a reserve, where they keep back a certain amount of cases or packs for reserve. So if you want to order ahead of time, you're guaranteed a spot, but they don't reserve all of them like Tykables does. And I get driven crazy by that. And also it's like, why can't you have a constant stock, much like North Shore does with crinkles and things like that? Why don't you set it up so that you are always in stock? And I know that there's some issues with the manufacturers being out of country. The thing is, I think a lot of the manufacturers are the same, so they have to switch up the machines for each different company. Um, and at this point, it's like freaking buy your own freaking diaper making machine, like XP Medical did. Granted, it wasn't the greatest diaper, but hey, you know. But I get driven crazy by this whole pre-order crap. I tried to Walgreens brand diaper. Actually wore them for 8.5 hours. Wow. Yeah. I have used Walgreens and CVS. Now, this is the thing. It depends on your type of incontinence, if you're incontinent or if you're AB. If you're somebody who has control of your bladder, yeah, that's fine. I don't. My bladder either goes a little bit all the time. I'll talk about that in a second, Vincenzo, with the leaking. Either you go, like when you're incontinent, you have zero control. And for me, my bladder either goes a little bit all the time or it holds it and floods. So having and it floods, it just gushes. So I have to have a diaper that can absorb it extremely quickly and can hold a lot. Walgreens diapers are pretty close to I would say the type that the preschools are. And there's going to be a video coming up about those soon. Yes, there are times when, yes, I can wear them for like 8 hours, but that's because I'm dehydrated and I've only peed like once, maybe twice, or, once it holds the pee, that's fine. But they're, okay, I will do that. I'll call you Vinny. Crinkles, my bird is going crazy. Crinkles are an interesting diaper. I will say this much. I love them. I absolutely love them, but there's some oddities to them, and I actually need to put my leg up here. There's some really strange oddities to them. Sometimes they're fantastic. The weird thing is the new crinkles, the 2 new prints that they came out with seem different than the older ones. They have this weird thing where like they break down, but it's almost like they're supposed to break down, but then again, they're not really supposed to break down. It's so weird. With the crinkles, it depends on where you're leaking from them. They leak bad if I'm out or in bed. My guess is you're not getting the proper fit. Vinny, I would maybe any advice on leg gathers? Maybe play around with sizing. Maybe if it's an issue of if it's an issue that they're not enough absorbency, get booster pads. North Shore sells them. Get booster pads. Otherwise, I would maybe consider the way you're putting them on. Are you doing it lying down or standing up? because that makes a difference sometimes. With crinkles, I usually have to do them laying down to get a really good fit. Others I can do standing up, no problem. Laying down, okay. Are you making sure they're tight enough around your legs? Like, is that where they're leaking? Is it around the legs, or are you leaking out the top? Or are you, leaking out the back? What's going on? Only stand up if I'm out. Okay. I do both, actually. Mostly with the crinkles, I do it laying down. Only stand up if I'm out. Yeah. But like where are they leaking when you're having these issues? Are they leaking from the leg gathers? Are they leaking from, the side? What's going on? And the thing is, all diapers are not gonna work for everyone. But yeah. I mean, for me, yeah, I'll leak a diaper from the leg gathers. My guess is you're not pulling it tight enough. There's a way to get the leg gathers to kind of cinch up, and that's if basically when you're changing your diaper. Let me see if I can find a piece of paper to just demonstrate this here. Let me see. Ow. I don't. You'd think as an artist I would have lots of paper around me. I don't. I do, but I don't have cheap paper. Wait, what's this? Is this I'll draw on the back of this one here. Okay, so let me draw it here. So basically you have your diaper. And this is a very crude drawing. But so basically the way this is what I do, okay? So as you can see, I've kind of got this. This is how a lot of people tape their diapers. They just do it straight across. But in order to cinch up that leg a little bit, definitely make sure when you're putting your diaper on and you're laying down, make sure it's directly in the creases so that it's as tight as it can possibly be. Make sure it's in the creases. Do your bottom tapes first. And if you're having issues with leaking, try aiming the bottom tape upwards slightly, because that kind of pulls that wing in and up a little bit, and it helps kind of tighten up that leg gather. The other thing is, if you're laying down, you got to make sure that thing is not bunched up in any way in the back. Like, make sure those you almost have to put the leg area too tight. Not tight, but a little tighter than you want, because it is going to stretch. Over time, it's going to stretch. So you do want to make sure it's almost too tight. I don't usually do this, but let's see if I can show it a little bit. So when I put a diaper on, pardon the diaper, but you really have to get it in that crease, and you have to pull it tight, because otherwise, yes, you are going to leak. And you have to make sure that it's really, really in the crevice of your leg. If you're a medium, you're probably you're smaller than me, so you don't have the fat roll issue that I have. And you're gonna want to. It's all about getting it tight enough. Make sure you're getting that area tight enough, because if it's not tight, it's gonna overstretch, and then you're gonna have leaking issues. It's very strange for it to be leaking in that particular area. A lot of times if I leak, it comes up. Pardon, I don't have a bra on today. But a lot of times it comes up and over this leg for me. It comes like shooting out. Making sure everything is positioned properly. Those of you who are male, make sure things are positioned properly. Crinkles run, I believe, a little bit on the larger side, so that could be part of the issue. And if you're having a lot of leaking issues, just just try out some different things. Try a different positioning of the diaper. Try putting it on standing up. Something that I often do is I'll start standing up. Like I'll start with one side standing up and then I'll lay down and make sure it's all tight and everything like that, especially with the diapers that have the landing zones and things like that. I'll lay back down, readjust it. Oh, there's Kitty. Oh, you can't see the kitty. He's over here. Come here, kitty, kitty. Come here. He probably wants to eat, although you didn't eat that long ago. But try different things. Definitely try aiming those tapes upward a little bit, because that'll cinch in that leg a little bit. And also make sure you're, I don't know if you do this, but with any diaper you use, when you pull it out of the package, open it up, tug on it a little bit, just lengthwise. That kind of pops up those landings or the leak guards. Then what you do is you fold it in half lengthwise. Let me actually go get a diaper and show you that real quick. I'm gonna need to change here in a minute myself, so or in a little bit, not a minute. So this is one of my preschools, but I do it even with the preschools, even with the cloth back ones. It's a little bit different when you come to these, but what I do is I fully open up the diaper and I just give it a stretch. And that doesn't always work with the leak guards, but usually it will. Sometimes they're kind of still glued to everything. All right. And then I just basically what I do is I pop it this way and I pop it in the front too. Then what you do is you open it up all the way, nice and long. And then you're going to take it and fold it in half this way. And a lot of the diapers have started putting this on. You take it and you fold it in half so that it looks like that. And you kind of stretch it. You can stretch it a little bit, or you can kind of move it around. And that helps kind of activate and it a lot, because a lot of them are so compressed that the padding is just all compressed, and you've got to activate it a little bit. So you kind of just fold it in half, move it around a little bit, and then you can open it back up. Then once, I know it's really washed out, but otherwise I don't have enough lighting. But then once you're putting it on, it's already shaped to kind of fit between your legs. So it's nice and ready to go. And that helps you get a better fit. It kind of gets these leak guards into position. It's so washed out right now. And that pops everything up. So now you can see that the leak guards are nice and tall. What you're seeing is the leak guard. And everything's just in a much better, more appropriate shape. See how it's now sitting upward and stuff like that? It's actually like, okay, now we're ready to be put on. And it will just naturally curve around your body and fit better. So that's an important thing. Like getting it all ready it's almost like a little bit of a ritual. You just gotta do your thing. And a lot of the diapers now are sending with instructions to activate it. Abina does, and North Shore does for sure. And that just gets all the padding fluffy and gets it ready to wear. And this will be the diaper that I put on later. But let's see here. Sizing for me is so varied with diapers. I've found the diaper that fits one person doesn't fit another. Yes, it is very, very true. Take me, for example. I am a heavier set person. I've got a little bit of a smaller waist compared to my shoulders and my hips. And it drives me crazy because waist size, I could go down. Probably I could be a large, no problem. But my hips and my thighs are thunder thighs. So I have to go with the bigger size. And that drives me crazy because it makes it really hard to fit in diapers. Now I can fit into some larges, like Abina. No problem, I can fit in the larges. But when it comes to any AB diaper, except for crinkles, I am in an XL. So that's why I primarily stick with ABU, because they have the XLs in stock. I prefer Tykables. I would hands down use only Tykables. But daytime wise, no. But nighttime wise, yes.
But diapers are going to fit everybody differently. That's why there's so many different types of diapers out there. For example, take Tranquility. They have a very interesting fit, and I know for a lot of men it's a problem because the padding on the Tranquility is about 6 to 8 inches below the top of the diaper, and I know those who point upward have an issue with that because there's no padding at the top. I know my boyfriend had that issue when he tried them many years ago, and like there's just not much padding up there, so it's not going to work for everybody. And even for us girls, like when I'm sitting down, everything goes toward the front, so it's really like it's not a good method for me to wear those. I can't wear those. And my boyfriend has said, why don't we switch to Tranquility for a daytime diaper? They're not expensive. They hold a decent amount. Let's do that. But I'm like, no, because their padding is terrible. It's all sap. There's no fluff, pretty much. So it makes a very annoying diaper for somebody like me. The funny thing with those who have thicker thighs like I do is we tend to compress the diaper. So it will. Do they test for nicotine routinely at the doctor? Hang on, I gotta answer a friend here. But yeah, so it's every person is going to have a different fit in diapers. So one diaper that works for me may not work for others. I all around do a pretty good job with diapers. Like I can fit ABU, I can fit Tykeable. I mean, these are ones that work great for me. Every ABU I've tried has worked great for me. Tykeables have worked great for me. Crinkles have worked great for me. Bambino I'm not hugely fond of just because of the diaper. But like the main diaper companies I fit fantastically. Don't have really any issues other than Tykeables just needs to make the larger size because I can fit in the large, but it's barely, so but everybody's needs are different, and that's why there's not one overall company that sells diapers. It's just the way it is. Personally, right now, I think my new for the wintertime at least, I can't wear crinkles very often in the summer because my skin reacts too poorly. Trial and Error, Tena, and Better Dry are my staples. Better Dry is the exact same as crinkles, by the way. Better Dry is crinkles without a print. They are the exact same. I've actually spoken to the company owner about that, and they are exactly the same. Tena do not work for me. They're just not the right type of diaper. Not to mention, here in the US, the Tenas are very different. So, yeah. Yeah, basically Better Dry is just white, and it's a little bit cheaper because there's no print to it, but it is literally the exact diaper. So yeah. But I prefer to use the crinkles because they're cuter. I really like the Aquanaut one. I love water theme, so yeah, that's the way I like it. But so yeah, and that's what I was just gonna say. So I'm thinking because I'm using different diapers during the daytime because I'm having a lot of issues with my bowel movements. Like if I'm using the toilet, it's really hard for me to have a non-painful bowel movement. So because I have a fissure and I just have the weak muscle, it's really hard for me to be able to get it out properly. And I know that's kind of gross, but it just doesn't come out properly. So I use my diaper more often because that way I can get myself to fully go. And it makes life easier. It's just I've tried Little Monsters. Just tried Little Monsters. They're great, no leaks, very crinkly. They're adorable, I will say that, but I can't afford the Rears diapers. They're so expensive in comparison. If I was gifted them, I'd use them, but I'm not going to go out of my way to purchase them. And I refuse at this point to work with her on a video because she don't like that either. Yeah, it's not that I don't like it, it's that it is physically painful and harder for me to use the toilet than it is the diaper. When I'm in the diaper, my body just naturally lets it go, and it gets all the way out because my body's in a different position. Um, I fully believe that this whole squatty potty thing is not a myth. Being able to be in an appropriate position to poop is important for me, especially because I have had operation after operation after operation on that area of my body. And just I've come to the conclusion that at this point I just need to use my diaper. And I have been, I do kind of choose a little bit. Like if I really can't handle changing my diaper at a given time, I'll use the toilet because like right now I'm in a lot of pain. Even just sitting here is hurting. Sitting to poop has been really hard. Like sitting on the toilet with this hip injury, it definitely has affected my ability to go to the bathroom. Because it hurts to sit and things like that. My muscles are just all out of whack right now. Um, and so, but I can't change myself right now. So during the day, I kind of have to use the toilet. So I end up going a lot more often because like my body just will not empty itself properly if I'm sitting on the toilet. And that causes a lot of discomfort. And I pretty much constantly have like crampy belly because of that. Just like always gurgly, always mad. It's just, I hate it. But when I'm using my diaper and everything, it doesn't do that. It just doesn't do that. And it's made my life much less anxious. Worrying about making it to the toilet or not has completely gone away. Even if I'm in public, like I don't want to do it in public. And to some degree, I can hold it if I'm out in public, but I don't want to deal with it on public. But at the same time, it's much better for my body. Like I said, haven't bought much lately. Yeah, that's the thing. Vinny, have you bought my diapers? I can't remember. I apologize for those of you who are my customers, and I don't remember you. It's because I get a lot of customers, so it's hard to remember everybody, and especially because names are different one way or the other. But I agree with you. I love cloth diapers. I absolutely love them, but I hate the cleanup, the washing, the storing, all that stuff. Also, my boyfriend won't. He hates changing. Nope, not yet. You have explained what they did. Okay. Um, yeah, but he hates changing cloth diapers, so I don't wear them as much. Oh yeah, Dependico. Yep. Daycare stuff. Can I put my? Oh, hang on. Uh, okay. Sorry about that. I got a friend that's going through a little bit right now, so I wanted to be able to talk with them. But yeah. No, they bring back memories. Bad for headspace. Yeah. Um, Dependicles were a horrible, like in my opinion, they're just not a very good diaper. They're great for a diaper cover, and if you want to add a little bit of extra padding, but as a diaper, the diaper as a whole, not great. Um, I don't like all-in-ones. Number one, all-in-ones are a pain in the butt to wash. Um, Pocket diapers are immensely better when it comes to washing. All right, dinner time finally. All right, James. See you later. Have a good day for you too, or a good night, I should say, for you. Yep. But yeah, cloth diapers. I love the reusability of them. I love the fact that you don't run out like all the time. You don't have to. But at the same time, the expense, like in order to get enough diapers that I wanted to be able to wear each diaper once a month, and I was planning on getting 28 diapers. Or making my own. I looked into it and I was going to have to spend about $1,100 on that stuff, or $1,200. I'm sorry, and that is almost my diaper budget. That's at least half my diaper budget for 1 year. So it's like it just wasn't. It wasn't really feasible at the moment because I was not doing well working wise, and with the way that my body is going. Like cloth diapers actually tend to push my legs apart too much and cause joint issues, because I have to go so heavy with them. Which there's options of different fabrics that I could use, which I have looked into at some point. They're just god awful expensive and would make my diaper budget jump up at least like 3 times. But I do still have my cloth diapers that are actually in this closet. You can't see that the little corner right there. That's what my closet door right there. That's where all my cloth diapers are stored. And at the moment, I've used them to the point where my inserts have worn out. Like the diapers are fine, but the inserts have worn to the point where it's kind of not. They're not really usable for the most part. So I've only got about 2 diapers worth of inserts. Do you make one? I don't have to use plastic. Yes, all of my diapers are made with PUL. Therefore, it is a water waterproofish type thing, but it's breathable. The way it works is it's called polyurethane laminate. So they take like a knit type of fabric, a stretchy fabric. They put polyurethane laminate on the back of it, and then it makes it waterproof. And God, these diapers are fantastic. It's amazing. It's so wonderful. Like I love that type of fabric. That fabric is very versatile when it comes to things. But like my pocket diaper has like my cover, just the pocket diaper itself, no inserts, has become my swim diaper because it holds things in. It holds poo in. It does not really hold urine in. No swim diaper, if it advertises that it holds it, it's a lie. Because if you were to have one that held, you'd have so much weight because it'd take on the water. But I can use it for my swim diaper and it works fantastically and it's really easy. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not brave enough to do that. Not brave enough to do what? Swim? I'm always clothed. Well, yeah. No, I don't go out. I don't swim in just my diaper. No, 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 no. I have a swimsuit. I actually use a Tykeables romper as my swimsuit. I'd never go out in just the diaper, no way. But wearing a swim diaper is important. If you're gonna swim, you have to have a swim diaper. If you're bowel incontinent, if you're urine incontinent, don't even worry about it. Because there is not a swim diaper that will hold in urine while you're swimming. That's just not gonna happen. They're not made for that. If they were to do that, they would swell up just like a regular diaper is. So there's no point. But yeah, no, I always wear my swimsuit. I don't go out in just a diaper, never. The only time I am ever not fully clothed is like if I'm running out to the trash can in the middle of the night and then I'm in my t-shirt and diaper, which I'm often in just a t-shirt and diaper at home. Not as much in the fall and winter because it's cold. But in the summertime, I pretty much at home, I'm always in just a shirt and diaper. But yeah, I don't go out in public with, obviously like diaper hanging out type of thing. No. But yeah, I mean, I go out somewhat little sometimes because sometimes my clothing is just little. They got that right. Tykeables onesie. They sent that right away. Yeah, they do. Their clothing is fantastic. Okay. Their clothing is generally fantastic. Their pants have a little bit to be desired. They need a stronger snap. That drives me crazy about most clothing. Like when it comes to clothing, yes, you want it to kind of look like the old ones where they had the big snaps, but at the same time, they don't work very well especially in the larger sizes. Like take me, for example, I had to get their biggest size because I have gigantic hips. They're actually a little bit big for me and I probably they're big for me in the waist and everything, but like the inner thigh, it's a little teeny bit small. And their snaps are constantly popping. If I sit down or I brush against something, they pop open. And it drives me bonkers. That would be solved if they used a stronger snap, like a plastic snap or even a metal prong snap. But the type of snaps they use are just not strong. And that was their biggest downfall, I think, is using those types of snaps. Mine are baby pants, short alls. Yep. Yep. I have a pair of baby pants too. Not incredibly fond of them, but their snaps are a different type of snap. If you compare the Tykeables pants, I've never tried their short alls, so I can't say that. But if you compare their pants to the baby pants snaps, there's a completely different snap. If they had used the same as baby pants, it would have been fine. Plastic snaps don't necessarily. Okay. It depends on the type of snap and what you're using it for. I've never, ever, ever, ever had a plastic snap break. Your footy PJ. Okay. Number one, when you're getting a pre-manufactured, like a manufactured outfit, they use lower quality things because they're using it in bulk. They're just not using a quality snap. The type of snaps they use on that stuff, yes, they're going to break. But I'm talking like my snaps, like, hang on, let me grab a cloth diaper real quick to show you, because I'll demonstrate a little bit here. Give me a sec. Let's see here. Oh, I need that. All right, I'm going to compare a little bit here. Because I kind of have a prime example of the 3 different types of snaps that are often used. Okay? All right. Sorry to no. Hey, I'm glad this is going on. I'm enjoying it. All right. So first off, let's go with the Tykeables pants. As you can see, these are the snaps that undo all the time. The middle stay good. The 2 or 3 on the set right after that don't. They pop off. Like, they don't even have any resistance. The ones down below have a little bit more. But that's a type of snap. I don't have, I forgot one. Hang on. Guess we'll show you on overalls instead. Okay. So, ditch the diaper for a minute. All right. So, let's see. Comparison between baby pants and Tykeables. All righty. So, see, this is what the snap looks on the Tykeables, which is okay. But it's a very, very, very weak snap. When you open up the baby pants, those of you who know it, you've got this very strong, thick snap where you can physically hear the snap. These are exceedingly strong. Had they used this type of snap on Tykeables, they'd be perfectly fine. They'd be fantastic. But for ease of putting in that type, like putting in jeans buttons and things like that, is really hard to do. Really hard. But that's kind of funny. But as this is my overalls. My overalls have a plastic snap. But look, it takes a lot of force to get them to come undone. I have not tried any Japanese brands because I'm not even sure what a lot of them are. But yeah, it takes a lot of force to get these to come undone. And that's because basically this is a mini plastic version of the baby pants snap. It's a smaller version. It's a smaller gauge. I would guess that those are probably, I don't even know, but I think these are a 16 or a 20. I forget. So all of my clothing comes with these snaps, and never have I had one break. Never. They are if they are done properly. There's a thing where, like, with the snap press machines and pliers and things, you have to make sure you're switching out the adapter because the male end of the snap takes a different adapter than the female end of the snap. You've got to make sure that your post is the right length and size and all that. If you've got a post that's too short, it's not going to crimp properly, so therefore the snap is going to come apart. But something to kind of demonstrate the difference in snaps is the Rears onesie. This I got in a crinkle crate. This is called snap tape. This is the cheapest version of snaps ever. This is just like a cop out here. Granted, they are somewhat strong. They have a strong connection. Like, you can hear that click. They're really strong, but they come apart really easy. I'll show you kind of a little bit more on my diapers, and I should have pulled out one of my onesies, but I don't have one right here. But hear that? That is a much stronger connection. So that's why the plastic snaps on a lot of these manufactured, like mass manufactured products are so bad, is because they're using cheap things. They're mass manufacturing, so they're not high quality. And that's one of the things that I try to get people to understand when they commission me for clothing. It's like, why are you so expensive? It's because I use high quality. And it's stuff I've tested. I have been doing, like, I've done different types of snaps. I did Babyville snaps. They're not as good as the ones I use, you know? So it really varies on how the product is made. If it's been made with the proper machinery. For example, when I put on I started out using a cheap little plier thing for my snaps. This thing weighs about 10 pounds. It is cast iron. It is heavy as crap. It is fantastic. Yes, in the US, yes. Also, it's handmade. Each item is custom made to your exact measurements. I make the sleeve the right length. I make the crotch the right length. I make the inseam. I make the foot the right length. But this is the little piece that means so much when it comes to snaps. At first, I didn't know that there was a difference. So on my snap pliers, I had issues with the snaps coming off, because I didn't know. But like, now I know, and every time I switch this out when I'm doing snaps. So, you know, the male end gets one. I think this is the male end. Yeah, this is the male adapter. And it makes a big difference. So it's not a matter of if they're plastic or not. It's a matter of what type they are and how they were done. But my snaps are very, very high quality and fantastic. So, yeah. Anyway, tangent over with, I guess. But no, Vincenzo, I'm glad you brought that up. That is a topic that I often have to talk about with customers, is like, well, you use plastic snaps. I'm not sure about that. But I did have one customer who ordered a pair of overalls from me. I've only ever sold one pair of overalls, which is kind of surprising to me. But again, they are really expensive. But you know, that's the thing, is like, my stuff is going to be quality. I'm not going to put out a crappy product. There may be some sewing mistakes that happen. Like my last one, I wasn't exactly happy with how the neckline turned out, but it was a really hard fabric to work with. But the customer was very, very, very adamant about the fabric they wanted, which is fine. I did do it, but it's not my favorite type to work with. So it kind of doesn't look as fantastic as I would like it to. But on the note of Tykeable's clothing, real quick, they have a romper and a onesie. Now, they made a huge failing, a big, big failing. It was Sherpa. It's not right here. Oh, yeah, I do have some. Basically, that almost woolly looking fabric, like this. It's very fuzzy. I'm not hugely fond of that. It sheds everywhere. But that's okay. It turned out to be cuter than I thought it would. But the Tykeable's rompers, they made a very big fail that any actual clothing designer, somebody who does this type of thing, would understand. Number one is the type of, they did this on their onesies too. And I could go pull it out, but I really don't want to. They used metal snaps. but the snaps they use are the ones that have the 4 or 5 prongs that actually cut into the fabric and hold it. In their onesie, it's fine, except for the fact that eventually those can rust. So that's why I never put metal snaps on clothing, because they will rust eventually, unless they're like super high quality. I've had them rust. Their onesies they do fine with. I've had no issues there. But on their rompers, because of the way a romper works, the crotch is stretchy. It's going to stretch lengthwise. It's going to stretch widthwise because it is a 4-way stretch fabric. So because they couldn't stop that stretch, like in their onesie, they put a twill tape on there. Basically, it's just a strong piece of fabric that, well, this is elastic, but it's like this wide. It doesn't stretch. So it stops that crotch from stretching out. Whereas with a romper, you can't do that because you need that crotch to stretch because of the way it works. Their downfall was putting the same snaps in. And in my romper, I've worn my romper a lot. I love my romper, except for those snaps. And I really, really, that's why I get so frustrated with it, is they use those snaps and it is tearing through the fabric because it's only 2 layers of fabric and it's a stretchy thing. So it's constantly moving and those snaps are constantly causing friction and they're cutting through the fabric. So at this point, the right leg of my romper, the snap is actually being pulled out because the fabric is being rubbed against those snap prongs and it's breaking. So that is a huge failing on their part. And I actually would love to talk to them about it sometime, but when you're going for manufacturing stuff, you don't, you have to really think about this type of thing. Their rompers fit beautifully. I love their rompers. They're supposed to stretch. They're supposed to be tight in areas. I use the largest size of theirs and I freaking love it. It is so comfy. I love it. It's also my swimsuit. That being said, I should probably get water here soon. Their snaps are horrible on that. The choice that they made to use that metal snap was so wrong. So wrong. And they need to revamp that. It works fine on their onesies because you don't want that crotch to stretch. That needs to stay steady. And I even make mine steady on my own. They don't stretch. So that's fine. But when it comes to a romper where you've got a 4-way stretch fabric and you need it to stretch, using the reason I say, and I'll kind of explain to you guys, just so that you're a little bit educated if you ever do have custom clothing done or anything. I don't think, yes, I do. Hang on. I have something, I can show you the difference. And if you want me to stop this topic, just tell me to and I'll shut up. But I actually have some metal snaps, which I haven't ever touched. But we will show you what I mean by this and why plastic is better. We'll just use this. All right, so this is the typical snap that they put in clothing. Is this, you recognize this snap? This is the outside of the snap. This is probably the male end, I would think. But as you can see, it has, hang on, it has those little prongs. Those stick into the fabric and bend into the rest of the snap. So they bend into this part right here. They go in. It's really hard to put this. Okay, but here they go in, they bend, they crimp, and they hold to that snap. Whereas with a plastic snap, let me see. I'm going to pull out each one. This is the difference. This is why plastic is so important. One prong. You are making one hole. Because there is no sharp metal edges rustling against that fabric, one hole. That hole does not stretch. That hole stays perfect. Because the way it works is then you put on the cap, and I'm doing this to kind of show you the difference. This cap gets squished down, and it, because of the friction and the heat, it squishes down so that it then looks like this. And you've got this tiny little thing. This is so tight, like this, you literally, in order to get a snap off, have to break it into pieces with a pair of pliers. You literally have to break it into pieces. And it's so strong. It holds that fabric close to it. There's one hole, it crimps the fabric between the snap, and it's beautiful. That is why you use this. The less holes you put in the fabric, the less wear and tear it's going to get. I have never had ever any rips or anything happen because of these snaps. They are the way to go when you're making clothing because it creates one hole. So that is one thing that people don't understand when I'm making my stuff is that I've researched. I do quality. This is going to rip your clothes. Unless it's like denim. If it's denim, it's not so bad. But these also don't tend to be a very strong snap. So that's why I decided very early on, I knew with my cloth diapers that you can't use the metal snaps. Because of the urine and everything, you cannot use the metal snaps. So you have to use plastic snaps. And when I started making clothing, I'm like, these snaps are fantastically gorgeous. They're easy to do. They're durable. And I knew I was not going to put that in my clothing. Or I knew I was going to put that in my clothing. And I have, like, as you can see, I have many different colors. I have red, blue, green, black, white. Those are my staple colors. I also have like pink and yellow and purple, and they're not in this room, but I do all different types of snaps. And the fun thing is you can make it really fun by pairing colors. As you can see with this one, we've got orange and blue, blue and orange. It's really fun. You can give it that little pizzazz. Now, you're not really going to see that generally, but like on the outside of the diaper here, you're going to see it more often. You're going to see that there's a variation of color. You're going to see that on the outside, that on the inside. So it's a really fun way to customize. Yes, this diaper fabric is awesome. I love it. This was a very short run that they did with this fabric, and I made 2 diapers for myself. Ew, this is stained. This got coffee on it. But that's the thing. It's like they're so much better. And those who are real good clothing makers who want to make good quality are gonna go for the, slightly not even more expensive. Honestly, those are cheaper because I buy them in bulk. I buy a set of 400 pieces for like $5. So they're really not more expensive at all, but the machine to put them in is harder. With the metal snaps, you can simply use a hammer or basically a pair of pliers but with these you have to have a special tool. And yes, it was a $60 tool, but oh my God, it was so worth it, So that's something that you can kind of know when you are going to look for clothing is that, hey, does this person use what type? Do they know what they're doing? Are they just being lazy? So that's where the thinking of my clothing goes in, and I need to get water soon because my throat is dying. That's where my many years of expertise come in, and that's where I can help out the AB community is by, having my products like this so people understand. This is annoying. These scissors are driving me crazy. Ugh. I'm down to the very last little strip of this and it won't cut it very well. This tail is the bane of my existence. Next time I'm making it a bear, no tail. But yeah, okay. I have run on for quite a while on one topic, but you're educated now. One of these days I'm going to do a video on this type of thing, but also I don't want to give away my secrets to the general public and those who watch and but that's kind of one of the reasons that my stuff is, I'm not one to, okay, when I first started sewing, I made my stuff so cheap. I really was like, okay, I'll charge like $5 an hour for the work that I do for the sewing. I can't do that. I can't do that anymore. Minimum wage. No, it's when you're doing handiwork like that, you've got to not undercharge yourself. And I wasn't really making a profit. And if I'm going to do this, I have to be making a good amount of profit because this is my source of income to the household right now. This is how I contribute to my household. So while you look at the price and it's so expensive, yeah, but save up because you're going to get an item from me that lasts for years. And I don't post the stuff I have for sale until I've really perfected it on my end. Like I learned from the pair of overalls that I sewed that I actually made like the snap area too narrow. And I changed that on the next pair, and when I sold them, that's what I did. And so you have to really know your stuff and know, what you're worth. And I do struggle with this, like, I'm too expensive. No one's gonna buy from me because I'm too expensive. But as people do and they hear, wow, she makes really good quality stuff, then people are gonna be like, okay, let me save up my money and I'll do this, So I have people that I have a custom order in for them and they're waiting to pay for it, but they're saving up for it, but the order is already there. So it's something that you're gonna save up for, and it's gonna be wonderful when you do. And that's, so long as you're going with a good seamstress or whatever, someone who's sewing. When you're going for with a good seamstress, it's worth the wait, it's worth the money. It really is. Um, but yeah, and I have that problem. Like I sometimes want um to commission stuff, but it's like I can't afford it. I can't afford even making my own stuff half the time. Like, um, and that's one of the ways that the sewing business is helping me is that I can afford to make some stuff for myself. Um, it's important to me to have some of these things. But as much as I sew for other people, I don't sew for myself. I mean, I do, but I don't often sew for myself. I do have fabric sitting downstairs waiting for me for a pair of pants. I have work and cute in the shop. But yeah, it's I so often don't sew for myself. It's kind of funny. Trying to get to that more because I don't like the typical clothing and something I want to design someday. Oh shit, I just got something on that. Hopefully that's okay. I want to be able to design a onesie that is both tucked in and untucked at the same time. That is hard to do. That is really hard to do. But yeah. I have to go. Sorry, I have work. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I'm gonna go pretty quick here as well because I'm in a lot of pain at the moment from sitting in this chair. But I really, you guys got me on a passion topic. So if I don't know if everyone can see the chat when you watch back my stream, but it was a passion topic. See ya, Vinny. But yeah, that's, as you can tell, that's my passion. I love it. I'll talk art and sewing and crafting all the time. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. That's why I have a dedicated room for it. Because as you can see, I've got like my table I'm at here. I've got my desk. I've got stuff over there. I've got, the whole thing is all set up. And eventually I will do a tour, a little bit of it. But I am kind of dying here right now, and I am in a lot of pain. I need to get some water in me and get my computer back on the charger. But yeah, it's been really fun hanging out with you guys. I really love streaming. I really, really do. It's a riot. I enjoy it quite a bit. And thank you guys so much. Those of you who have joined the live stream and those of you who stuck around to watch it. I greatly appreciate you all. And I don't care if the live streams hurt my YouTube analytics or not because they're so long and people don't stay. But that's kind of, I love doing it. So it's just really fun. I enjoy talking to people while I do some stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna go get some water and get some food and chill out for a little bit because I am kind of wearing down. So thank you guys so much for joining in on this stream. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and that way you're notified when I do go live and things like that. I know I don't go scheduled live very often, but I'm trying to do more lives and they're gonna be a little bit spontaneous. But those of you who stick around, I greatly appreciate, Vinny, Missy, James is in a lot, all of you guys that are consistently in my streams. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to you guys. You're very instrumental in me doing the live streams and everything. So I greatly appreciate you guys. So I will see you all and later. There's a video that came out today. Go check it out. It is the adult pacifiers review. They did not send it to me, so I bought my own for a review. Check that out. Next week we're probably going to do a little bit of the art video, things like that. So I will see you all in another stream or in another video, and you all have a fantastic day, and thank you. Bye.